Good morning, children. Class 9 children. Already we had completed 2 chapters of moral science, and today we are going to deal with the third chapter, and the name of the chapter is Towards a Better Life. Now, this chapter we are going to discuss that what is the role of teachers and our parents in our life, how the teachers and how the parents they mold the life of a child for the betterment. So in this chapter, before starting the chapter, in your chapter, as you can see in the picture also, this is about one story. First, in your chapter they have given us one story, and in this story they have given, first I'm going to read the story. Okay. A diary of a teacher. All the good things. Put an inspiring example from her classroom. He was in the 3rd grade of St. Mary's School of Morris, where I used to teach. Okay, so one teacher is there, and that teacher is telling that story. Okay, now the teacher is telling that there was someone who is in grade means class 3, and the name of the school is St. Mary School in Morris, where she was used to teach. All 34 of my students were dear to me. In her class, how many children are there? 34 students were in her class, but Mark was one in a million. So one child named Mark was there, and he was one of the favorite child of that teacher. His appearance means Mark's appearance is quite neat. Mark's cheerful and happy to be alive attitude made his occasional mischievousness delightful. Mark talked inaccently. So Mark was a good child. Always he comes to school quite a neat and clean dress, and he was cheerful and happy. Always he was happy, and he was having alive attitude, and he was very mischievous. Mischievous means always he is in habit of making you can say the quality of behaving badly, but not in a way that intended to cause serious harm or damage to other. He has that mischievous behavior, but he was not in the habit of causing serious harm or damage to anyone else. That is the meaning of mischievousness. I will give you in the word meanings. So Mark talked a lot. Okay, means he was in the habit of talking, and when he was talking he never stops, especially when this is annoying or unpleasant. He had to remind the teacher has to remind him again and again that talking without permission was not acceptable in the class. What impressed me so much was his sincere response every time. Okay, the teacher is telling that he is a mischievous boy. He is always in the habit of talking. He talks in such a way that he never stops, and always he is in the habit of disturbing other. But when he does such type of mistake, he is not in the habit of causing harm to others. So teacher is telling in this story that what impressed the teacher so much was Mark's sincere response every time when the teacher used to correct him for misbehaving. So what Mark do whenever the teachers make correct him for his misbehavior, always Mark says, "Thank you for correcting me, ma'am. I did not know what to make of it at first, but before long I became accustomed to hearing it many times a day." The teacher is telling that she was always in the habit that whenever Mark is doing something wrong, always he uh, call Mark, and she was always trying to improve Mark. At that time, what Mark says, Mark always says, "Thank you, ma'am, for correcting me." So now the teacher is also in that habit of and hearing that, "Thank you, ma'am, for correcting me. Thank you, ma'am, for correcting me." Now in the story, what is happening now? One morning, my patience means teacher's patience, was growing thin when Mark talked so often, and then I made a noise. Teacher, mistake. I looked at Mark and said, "If you say one word, I am going to tap your mouth." Because on that day, Mark was talking a lot. So because he was talking a lot, so the teacher, she told that if you are going to say a single word, she is going to put a tape on his mouth. So it was even 10 seconds when Chuck blurted out, "Mark is talking again." After the warning also, the Mark was talking again and again. I had not asked any of the students to help me watch Mark, but since I had stated the punishment in front of the class, I had to act upon it. The teacher is telling that after the warning also, the Mark was talking a lot. So because she has warned him and she has already told that if he is going to speak a single word, so she is going to put tape on her mouth. So what she has done, because she has already given those words, now she has to punish a Mark in front of the class. So what now in the third paragraph you can see what she is saying, that I walked to my desk deliberately. Deliberately means intentionally, slowly and carefully. So I walked to my desk deliberately, opened my drawer and took out a roll of masking tape. Without uttering a word, I proceeded to Mark's desk, tore off two pieces of tape, and made a big cross over his mouth. You can see in the picture, in this picture you can see that on the mouth of the Mark, two tape in cross she has put. Now, as a glance at Mark to see how he was behaving, he winked at me. Winked at me? What is the meaning of winked here? To close and open eyes quickly, showing friendness or showing that you are not serious about something you have said. So after seeing such type of behavior, the teacher was also laughing. So what is she has given? I started laughing. The class cheered as walked back to Mark's desk, removed the tape and shrugged my shoulders. His first words, "Thank you, ma'am, for correcting me." So this is about the story when the Mark was not listening to the teacher. So teacher, she just to punish him, she has put a tape on his mouth because he was not listening to the teacher. Again and again he was talking. But he was a sincere child. He is misbehaving, but he is not harming anyone. And just he was winked at the teacher. So teacher, she was also smiling at her, and after that she walked and just she has removed the tape from his mouth. And when she has removed the tape from Mark's mouth, Mark said the same thing. Thank you, ma'am, for correcting me. So that is why the teacher always uh, scold him, but in reply she was in the habit of hearing that thank you, ma'am, for correcting me. So what is the meaning of that story, children? As you can see in the picture, the teacher is here, many children are there, mark is there on the table of the teacher, tape is there, pen is there, pencil pen is there, book is there, and other students, they are laughing at mark. And after removing the tape, mark said thank you, ma'am, for correcting me. So because mark, he is a little notorious child, but he is in the habit of listening to the teacher. So children, when the teacher is correcting mark, the mark is responding, but after some time he forgot the things. So as you can see in the picture, you can see one potter is there making pots. So same way, children, a student is a learner who can be compared to the soft mud in the hand of a potter. Children are just like a soft mud, and teachers, they are just like a potter. As the potter mold the mud in a desired way, similarly, teachers or parents mold the learner life with good ethics, behavior, and values through education and counseling. In this modeling process, correction and discipline plays a very important role. What is correction? When the teacher corrects a child, so correction is nothing but making a learner understand that his or her behavior, the current behavior, is inappropriate. Its escalation can lead to grave consequences. In simple terms, it is an invitation for the improvement or betterment. Those who correct us do a special service for which we should be grateful towards them. Correction help us to differentiate between right and wrong and shows us right direction to be followed. So in this paragraph, the meaning of the story and the explanation of that paragraph is already given in your book, and you have to just listen those words clearly. Why the teacher is always instructing you? Just to make you good. Because as the potter is molding a pot to make it beautiful, same way the teacher make changes in a child again and again by correcting them. So because we have to mold you, because we want to make you good, the teacher always, they are in the habit of improving you. So when the teacher is saying something to you for your improvement, take it seriously. Because when you are listening your teacher, so that makes improvement, or you can say betterment in you. So those who correct their behavior according to the instructions given by your parents, by your teachers, by your elders, so definitely they will see a change in their behavior. When someone corrects you, maybe your teacher, maybe your elder, maybe your brother and sister, maybe your relative, or maybe your parents, so that correction, that will help you to differentiate between right and wrong. And when you got the right path, when you feel what is right, what is wrong, definitely you will choose a correct path, and that will help you to make a better citizen. So children, whenever someone tries to make improvement in you, just follow the instructions, because the teachers, they are just like your parents. They want to they want the students to be very good, and they want and the children should listen to the teacher for their better future. So that is the about the story. This is half of the chapter. And on page number 14, children, in your book, some questions they have given. Let us discuss. As we had discussed about the story of Mark, so these questions are based on that only. So the question is, page number 14 questions are these: if you were in a place of Mark, what would be your reaction? Okay, so the question is, if you were at place of Mark, what will be your reaction when your teachers again and again just they are trying to improve you? So if the answer is, if I were in the place of Mark, I would have reacted by denying to be talked and have said sorry after the punishment. Question number 2: what do you think about Mark's attitude towards correction? Mark has a cheerful and happy to be alive attitude towards the correction by saying, "Thank you for correcting me, ma'am," because he was in the habit. Every time he says, "Thank you for correcting me, ma'am." So he was not upset. He was having that cheerful and happy attitude towards the correction. Question number 3: do you like that someone should correct you? If yes, why? Children, you can write the answers in your own words also, and if you want to copy the same answers, that also you can do. So question number 3 answer is, yes, someone or teacher or the parent may correct us, because as the potter molds the mud in the desired way, similarly the teachers and parents mold the learner life with good ethics, behavior and values through education and counseling. Question number 4: does the teacher correction makes any impact on you? The answer is, correction makes a learner understand that his or her current behavior is inappropriate. Its escalation can lead to grave consequences. It is an invitation for the improvement or betterment. Those who correct us do a special service for which we should be grateful towards them. Correction helps us to differentiate between right and wrong and shows us the right direction to be followed. So as you can see in the next page, I have given you some of the answers. After that, children, I have given you some of the word meanings also. So those word meanings, as these words and the meanings you should know. So I have given you few word meanings, and other word meanings I will give you further in the with the chapter, as we are going to deal in the next lecture. So this is all about today. So question and answers and these word meanings, please copy in your moral science copies. Okay, children. So as we know, on the YouTube we are sending you the moral science videos. So I am sending those videos along with the bio subject. The moral science video on the dashboard, if you are going to open the bio videos, you will find these videos also in the moral science video, also in the bio. So just go through the videos, because we are sending it along with the bio videos. Okay, thank you, children.